How much of your website do you think the average visitor actually sees? I'm going to show you the answer, and it's probably going to surprise you. There's a term in the website world, above the fold, and it comes from newspapers. The stories that were above the fold on the front page were the ones that people would see before they'd even pick the newspaper up, the ones that grabbed attention. And on your website, it's the same idea. It's whatever is visible on the screen the moment someone lands, before they scroll or click anywhere. Everything below that line, below the fold, a lot of your visitors won't even see it. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like using some real scroll data and what it means for your website or your store. Now, this is the website from Microsoft Clarity, which is a free tool for discovering what users are actually doing on your site. And I'll put a link in the description, and we'll take a closer look at the tool in the forthcoming video. But you can see what I can see on my screen, and for anything else, I'm going to have to scroll. Now let's use the tool to see a scroll map for the same page. This is a demo screen, so for some reason it switched to the Portuguese language version, but it is the same screen. What you're looking at here is how far real visitors are scrolling down a page, and the colours tell the story, which you can see at the bottom here. So red and orange are at the top, down to blue at the bottom. And watch what happens as we go down the page. Now, you see this line here, so this is the average fold line. So above it would be above the fold, and below the fold for the average user. And obviously it's a bit lower than was on my screen. So see how many visitors actually see this section of the site. So we're down to 50%. So half the visitors at this point aren't seeing this part of the page. And by the time we get to the bottom, you'll see the numbers get even lower. Okay, and we're nowhere near the bottom here. And I would say often less than 10% of visitors would even have made it this far. So think about that for your most important content, your main offer, your key product, your strongest reason to buy, your social proof. If it's below this fold, or probably this point here, then a lot of visitors, or a majority of visitors, are never going to see it. Now, one thing that catches people out, and is key to remember, is the fold is different on every device, which we saw from looking at it on my screen compared to the average position across everyone's screen. So what's above the fold on the desktop is not the same on a phone. And you need to be thinking about what's above the mobile fold, particularly if the majority of your traffic is on mobile, which for a lot of websites in the modern age, it is the case. Clarity does let you switch between devices, and we'll show that right here. And the difference can often be eye-opening. So something that you see on your desktop, you wouldn't necessarily see on the mobile device. So what should be above the fold? 3 things minimum. Number 1, what you sell in plain language, not a brand tagline, not an aspirational statement, what product or service you actually sell. Number 2, why someone should buy from you rather than anyone else. What is your key differentiator? And number 3, a clear next step, call to action. If those 3 things aren't visible without scrolling, then you've got a problem worth fixing. This is an example of a website, Headshot Pro, that does those 3 things really, really well. You've got what they do, you've got why you should buy from them rather than going somewhere else, and a clear call to action. Now, a common thing that I see on homepages is a large hero image. Beautiful lifestyle photography takes up the whole screen, and the actual message is either buried underneath in tiny text or pushed below the fold entirely. And it looks great, but it just doesn't convert. Remember, your homepage isn't a billboard, it's a sales page for your product or service. And if that hero image is rotating, cycling through multiple messages, you're gambling on which one a visitor actually sees. So most visitors don't wait for the rotation. They see slide 1 and make their decision. Slides 2, 3, and 4 are invisible. We used an example on another video with a 3 website where we had 4 rotating offers, and we found that the visitors were only seeing the first offer and rarely seeing the other 3. So pick one message and commit to it. Above the fold is a space your visitors see, and it's the most valuable real estate on your entire website. What you put there or don't determines whether someone stays or leaves. So go and have a look at your homepage right now and ask yourself honestly, is your most important message above the fold, and is it there on mobile as well as desktop? If it's not, that's your starting point. That is the first thing to fix. And if you want me to look at what's above the fold on your website specifically, then I'll put a link below, and that would be a good place to start. And if this was useful, subscribe. There's more to come.